704 Materials. All materials incorporated into trench excavation protection shall be of sound quality and free from damage or defects that might impair their proper function. Materials used for shoring, sheeting, bracing, boxes, shields, piling, cribbing, or jacking shall be capable of resisting anticipated loadings and provide protection throughout the full depth of the trench. Manufactured materials and equipment used for protective systems shall be used and maintained in a manner that is consistent with the recommendations of the manufacturer, and in a manner that will prevent employee exposure to hazards. The contractor shall promptly remove from the premises all materials condemned as failing to meet contract and/or OSHA requirements, whether incorporated in the work or not, and the contractor shall promptly replace and re-execute his own work in accordance with the contract and without expense to the authority. 705 Construction Methods. Trench excavation protection shall be installed and constructed in accordance with the detailed specifications set out in the provisions of Excavations, U.S. Department of Labor Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, Regulations, 29 CFR, Part 1926, Subpart P. A reproduction is attached for the convenience of the contractor. The authority assumes no responsibility for the accuracy of the reproduction. The contractor is responsible for obtaining a current copy of this section of the Federal Register for use during the project. The contractor shall not allow any employee or others to enter any trench at any time, including during excavation, construction, backfilling, or other such operations, unless the proper trench excavation protection is in place in that section of trench. Contractor shall at all times safely guard all property from injury or loss in connection with this contract. He shall at all times safely guard and protect his own work and any adjacent property from damage. Contractor shall repair, replace, or otherwise make good any such damage, loss, or injury arising out of contractor's operations. Materials excavated from the trench are to be stored no closer to the edge of trench than 2 feet nor closer than 20 feet from a roadway. A stairway, ladder, ramp or other safe means of egress shall be located in trench excavations that are 4 feet or more in depth so as to require no more than 25 feet of lateral travel by employees. Members of support systems shall be securely connected together to prevent sliding, falling, kickouts or other failure. 1 Support system. Where the stability of adjoining buildings, walls, or other structures is endangered by excavation operations, support systems such as shoring, bracing, or underpinning shall be provided to ensure the stability of such structures for the protection of employees and adjoining facilities. Support systems shall be designed by the contractor's qualified engineer. 2 Utilities. Estimated location of utility installations, such as sewer, telephone, fuel, electric, or water lines, or any other underground installations that reasonably may be expected to be encountered during excavation work shall be determined prior to opening an excavation. Utility companies shall be contacted and advised of proposed work prior to the start of actual excavation. When excavation operations approach the estimated location of underground installations, the exact location of the installations shall be determined by acceptable means, such as probing with handheld tools. While the excavation is open, underground installations shall be removed, protected, or supported as necessary to safeguard employees and the utility itself. Support systems shall be designed by the contractor's qualified engineer. 3 Maintenance of safety system. The safety system shall be maintained in a sound condition as recommended by the contractor's qualified engineer. The contractor shall take all necessary precaution to ensure that safety systems are not damaged during their use. If at any time during its use a safety system is damaged, personnel shall be immediately removed from the trench or excavation area and the safety system repaired. The contractor shall take all necessary precautions to ensure no loads, except those included in the safety system design, are imposed upon the excavation. 4 Removal. Removal shall begin at, and progress from, the bottom of the excavation. Members shall be released slowly so as to note any indication of possible failure of the remaining members of the structure or possible cave-in of the sides of the excavation. Backfilling shall progress together with the removal of support systems from excavations. 706 Special requirements. 1. Soils information. The authority may have obtained geotechnical information, which may include subsurface data, logs of soil borings, and recommendations from geotechnical consultants. Any information obtained is solely for use by the authority and/or its design engineers in the design of the project and are not part of the contract. If soil borings have been prepared, they will be included in this section of the technical specifications or on the plans. Any geotechnical information included is for information only. The authority and its design engineers do not guarantee the accuracy or validity of the data, nor do they assume any responsibility for any interpretations or conclusions the contractor may draw from the data. The contractor shall provide to the contractor's qualified engineer all information needed to design the trench safety system required by this section of the technical specifications. The contractor may, at his option, perform additional subsurface investigations at his own expense. All soils are to be classified in accordance with Appendix A to Subpart P of Part 1926 of the Code of Federal Regulations. 2. Alternate designs. During construction, the contractor may desire to utilize an alternate trench safety system due to unexpected conditions, to expedite the construction, or for some other reason. The plan for the proposed alternate system shall be prepared in conformance with paragraph 702. 2 by the contractor's qualified engineer and submitted to the authority for review. Contractor shall not begin utilization of any alternate system until the substitution is actually authorized. 3. Indemnification. The contractor shall indemnify and hold harmless the authority, its employees, agents, and its design engineers from any and all damages, costs, including, without limitation, legal fees, court costs and the cost of investigation, judgments, or claims by anyone for injury or death of persons resulting from the collapse or failure of trenches constructed under this contract. The contractor acknowledges and agrees that this indemnity provides indemnity of the authority, its employees, agents, and its design engineers in case the authority is negligent either by act or omission in providing trench safety, including, but not limited to inspection, failure to issue suspension of work orders, and the hiring of the contractor. 4. Suspension of work. Failure of the contractor to comply with the technical provisions of this section of the specifications may be considered as just cause for the authority to suspend work. If, after written notification by the authority or the authority's engineer, the contractor fails to take corrective action to alleviate a condition where workers, inspectors, other individuals, or surrounding property are placed in an imminent danger situation, the authority may suspend the work. In accordance with Article 15, suspension of work and termination of the general conditions, if the authority stops the work for just cause because the contractor is not complying with the plans and specifications or the intent thereof, or any provisions of the contract, then contractor shall have no claim for damages, hindrances, or delays. Failure of the authority or the authority's engineer to discover or object to defective work, design, or materials which could otherwise cause a situation of imminent danger shall not release the contractor from his duty to complete all work in strict compliance with the plans and specifications. Nor does it relieve the contractor of full responsibility for trench safety, including selection, excavation, and construction procedures, methods and materials. The contractor is solely responsible for any and all property damage or bodily injury, including death, that arises from his trenching activities. 707 Measurement. Trench excavation protection shall be measured by the linear foot of actual system installed along the center line of trench, completely installed in accordance with contractor's approved plans and specifications, maintained and removed when no longer required, including any excavation required for installation, and any additional backfilling caused by such installation. 708 Payment. Trench excavation protection, measured as prescribed above, will be made at the unit price bid per linear foot for safety systems installed in accordance with contractors' approved plans and specifications, which price shall include any special clearing, excavation, and backfilling. Payment shall include all components of the trench protection system, which can include, but not be limited to, sloping, benching, sheeting, trench boxes or trench shields, aluminum hydraulic shoring, sheet piling, cribbing, bracing, shoring, and dewatering or diversion of water to provide adequate drainage. Payment shall also include any additional excavation and backfill required, any jacking, jack removal, and removal of the trench supports after completion. Payment of all work prescribed under this item shall be full compensation for designing, furnishing, placing, and removing all showing, sheeting, or bracing, for dewatering or diversion of water, for all jacking and jack removal, and for all other labor, materials, tools, equipment, and incidentals necessary to complete the work. Payment for general clearing, excavation, bedding, pipe, backfill, and restoration of vegetation or street surfaces are not included in this item, but will be paid under other items bid.